Good morning to everyone. So let me start the third unit, Unit 3, Biodiversity and its Conservation. Biodiversity. So bio means life and diversity means variety. Hence, biodiversity refers to the wide range of variety of life on the earth. Biodiversity is typically a measure of variation at the genetic, species, and ecosystem level. Terrestrial biodiversity is usually more significant near the equator, resulting from the warm climate and high primary productivity. These tropical forest ecosystem covers less than 10% of the Earth's surface and contain about 90% of the world's species. So the variety and the variability among all groups of the living organisms and the system in which they occur is called as biodiversity. Classification of the biodiversity. So biodiversity is generally classified as three types: genetic biodiversity, species diversity, and ecosystem diversity. So genetic diversity is nothing but diversity within the species, that is variation of genes within the species is called genetic diversity. Example, rice varieties, tea wood varieties, these and all comes under the genetic varieties. Species diversity. So it is a diversity between different species. The sum of varieties of all living organisms at the species level is known as species diversity. Example, so we have plant species like apple, mango, grapes, wheat, etc. Animal species like lion, tiger, elephant, etc. Ecosystem diversity, that is nothing but it is a diversity at the ecological habitat level, and a large region with different ecosystem can be considered as ecosystem diversity. So example, river system, the river which include the fish, insects, mussels and variety of plants that have been adapted. Values of biodiversity. So biodiversity can be classified, that is a combination of the different organisms. Each organisms in the biosphere has its own significance and forms a backbone of the viable ecosystems on which we depend on or for the basic necessities, security and health. So conceptive use of values are the important value of the biodiversity. These are direct use values of natural product. Here the biodiversity products are harvested and consumed directly. Next, social values. These values are associated with the social life, religion and spiritual aspects of the people. Next, ethical values. Ethical values, it involves the all life must be preserved. So in India and other countries, biodiversity is considered as to worship plants, animals, rivers and mountains. So species may not be used. So but the existence of nature gives us pleasure. India, a mega diversity nation. So if we take the rank of India in biodiversity, 10th rank among the plant-rich countries in the world, 11th rank among the endemic species of higher vertebrates, 6th rank among the centers of diversity in origin or agriculture crops. India is an agriculture country and its economic growth depends on the production of many crops. Among several developing nations, India is considered as a mega diversity nation because it is rich in both fauna and flora. To so highest demand of the Indian species, for example, it possesses the medicine value and numerical, human and political behavior. And it is the second largest nation containing 5% of world's biodiversity and 2% of Earth's surface. Hotspot of the biodiversity. So what is meant by hotspot? So criteria for the hotspot is nothing but it is a biogeographic region that is both a significant reservoir of biodiversity and is threatened with destruction. The term biodiversity explicitly to 25 biological rich areas worldwide and have at least 70% of the original habitat. Criteria for recognizing hotspot. The richness of the endemic species is the primary criteria for recognizing hotspot. The hotspot should have a significant percentage of specialized species. The site is under threat. It should contain imported gene pools of plants and animals which have the useful anything. Threats to biodiversity. The three main threats to biodiversity are habitat loss, overharvesting of wildlife, man-wildlife conflict, introduction to exotic species. Conservation of biodiversity. We should conserve the biodiversity because it is one of the important tools for the sustainable development. The enormous value of biodiversity due to commercial, social, ethical, ecological importance emphasize the need to conserve biodiversity. Conservation is defined as the management of biosphere so that it will yield the greatest sustainable benefits to present generation while maintaining its potential to meet the needs for the future generation. Thank you.